Welcome to POC test of small and medium-sized campus scenarios. Today our topic is two-factor security authentication. Our test purpose is to verify that Huawei Cloudcampus solution supports the configuration of secure two-factor access authentication. And secure two-factor authentication suits governments and financial enterprises that have higher security requirements. Users must pass dual authentication to ensure network security and reliability. And let's take a look of our test environment, which is the typical network in small and medium-sized campus scenarios, including firewall or an AR, and switches and cloud APs. And in this test, we divide it into 4 steps. First, we create an SSID. Then we create .1x authentication and portal authentication users. And after that, we create an authentication and authorization rule. And at last, we will connect the user to the network. Our expected result is that the user should successfully enter the .1x user password and access the network. Then on the portal page that is displayed, the user password will be successfully entered again so that the user can access the network. And here are some test precautions. First, a forcible redirection ACL needs to be configured to ensure that users can match the rule and the portal page can be displayed. Second, when configuring authorization rules, pay attention to the priority configuration. The priority of matching CWA authorization rules is higher. And third, NAT cannot be configured between the terminal and the controller. Otherwise, the COA packets delivered by the controller to the terminal are unreachable. And here are also some advice for troubleshooting. First, if the portal page is not displayed, please check whether the forcible redirection ACL is configured and whether the forcible redirection rule is matched. Second, if the portal authentication succeeds but the portal authentication page is still redirected, please check whether the authentication and authorization rules are matched correctly and whether the priority is incorrectly configured. And third, if portal authentication fails, a message is displayed indicating that authorization fails to be delivered. Please check whether NAT exists between the terminal and the controller. If NAT exists, please remove the NAT. Okay, now let's go to MS Durancy campus. In the first step, we need to create an SSID. Select personalized configuration at VLAN. Then we select secure network. And we select a built-in radio server. Now we click OK. And next we are going to create 2 users, one for .1x authentication and the other is for portal authentication. After creating 2 users, we need to set authentication and authorization rules. We first need to create 2 authentication rules. First one is for .1x authentication. We select match account. Select .1x user 1 we have just created before. Click OK. And here we enable all authentication protocol. Then we create a portal authentication rule. Also select match accounts. This time we select portal user 1. And similarly, we enable all protocols and click OK. And now we can adjust the priority of these two rules. Okay, our next step is to create an authorization result of .1x authentication. It is a CWA result, and we need to enable forcible redirection here. We select Central Web Authentication, which is CWA, and we need to select a redirect ACL. I have set this ACL permit previously, and let's see the details. We set two rules. We permit packets with TCP protocol and destination port 80 or 443, which is HTTP and HTTPS packets, to pass the ACL. Now we click OK. We also need to select a portal page, and we select a username and password authentication. Okay. Now we can finish the setting of authorization rules. And we need to find the rule with a specific site. We add site 1 here. And we click refresh. Now we can see this authorization rule has been bound with site 1. Okay, now we are going to create two authorization rules. First is for .1x. We select match account here. Select .1x user 1. And as for the authorization result, should be CWA. And we click OK. And next, we are going to create an authorization rule for portal. And please note that here, we don't select match accounts. However, we select match CW portals, and we select match account here. Here we can select portal user 1 because of the redirection. And our authorization result should be permit access. And it is very important that we need to adjust the priority of these two authorization rules. And we need to make sure that the priority of portal authorization rule is higher than .1x authorization rule, so that the CWA portal account will be authorized first. Okay, now we switch to the screen of the terminal. We open up network settings, and first we need to find the SSID we just created, which is SSID 2-factor. We first enter the username of .1x, which is .1x user1, and enter its password. Then we click OK and click connect to the network. Okay, now we have connect to the SSID, but we don't have the privilege to access the network. So we need to open up a browser and we enter a random IP address like 1.1.1.1. We will be redirected to the portal page. Now in this page, we enter the username of portal authentication and its password, and we click login. And this time we have successfully connected to the network. Now we need to test it. we open up the CMD and we ping the IP address of the controller. We have successfully get the reply from the controller. Then we can enter ipconfig to view some detailed information of the network, and we can see the IP address. So that's all of today's lecture. Today we learned two-factor security authentication. We hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.